Good evening all. Here we have assembled for learning about anti-lock braking system. As we all know, braking is an important factor, component or a system in an automobile. Basically, when we start about anti-lock braking system, what we have to mention first is about the normal brakes. We have seen so many vehicles overturning, especially during the rainy season. The main reason behind all these accidents during the rainy season is that the driver loses his control during sudden braking. It also happens that when we are having an emergency braking situation and we are applying the brake to the full pedal or full pressure, the vehicle skids and we are trying to steer the vehicle while it is skidding, but we are not able to do so. So this is a basic example citing the need for an anti-lock braking system. When we consider the normal braking system, we loses the control of the vehicle during the emergency braking. Losing the control provides or makes the vehicle to skid and it reduces the safety. So the need for ABS is to control the vehicle in a better way, to avoid the skidding of the vehicle during the emergency braking and to have better safety. In the coming slides, we will be detailing about the working and the advantages of ABS. First, we will go for a basic description of the normal braking system. So if you are concentrating on the mouse pointer, you can see very clearly that I will change the ballpoint pen or highlighter. Yeah, no, it's not a good one. Oh, yeah. Uh, Basically, if you are thinking about the normal braking system, we are having a pedal and we are having a master cylinder. So when we are applying the pedal here, the fluid pressure inside the master cylinder will increase and this will be taken to a distribution system. Here we are having a distribution valve. So basically all the four wheels, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, so 3 is there, 3 and 4 will be having the same braking pressure. So obviously when we are trying for an emergency braking, the fluid pressure inside this particular emergency situations inside this particular cylinder will be high and to lock the vehicles, I mean lock the four wheels. So the vehicle is skidding because the wheel is locked and still the momentum is the vehicle makes the vehicle to move forward and it skids. During the skidding, the vehicle is very difficult to control because we are not having a proper traction between the ground and the vehicle. So to avoid all these situations, we are using an anti-lock braking system. What is basically happening in an ABS is that you can see here very clearly. Normally we are applying the brake here. So normally, yeah, sorry. Normally we are applying the brake here. It will be taken to the master cylinder. And from there we are having a hydraulic modulator. A hydraulic modulator in the sense it is controlled by an electronic module. So this particular electronic module will be controlling the hydraulic modulator. You can see here very clearly. Okay. So this hydraulic modulator will be distributing the four wheels pressure. That means from here we will be having the distribution line. You can see here this is the distribution line. We are having four wheels here, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So what happens is these four lines will be having different pressure and this different pressure is based upon the input from the ABS control module. And how the ABS control module is differentiating the pressure in the four wheels is that it is having different speed sensors. So when we consider this one, you can see here speed sensor is here. Similarly, we are having speed pressure, speed sensor all over here. This one is there, and again here we are having the speed sensor. So all these four speed sensors will be giving the input to the ABS control module, and the ABS control module will be giving directions to the hydraulic modulator, and the hydraulic modulator in turn gives differential pressures to the different for four wheels of the vehicle. So obviously when we are having this particular ABS system, what happens basically is that we'll be having intermittent locking. That means we will be putting the pressure on the wheel or the disc brake or the brake, so the vehicle will lock, and for a fraction of seconds or in a fraction of second we'll be having some releasing of the brake. So we will be having the brake force. In addition to that, we will be allowing the vehicle to move. So driver will be having a better control over the system. And basically to describe the electronic circuit diagram or the ABS block diagram, we are having the input from the wheel speed sensor. We will be taking it as an angular velocity. It will be taken to the ABS ECU. So in the ABS ECU will be receiving the data. We will be having a logical control and systems. It will be working out various calculations, and it will be finding out whether any of the wheel is locked or how many pressure is acting on the wheel or how long it is locked and all those things. Based on that, it will be giving modulation valve, a solenoid signal to the modulation valve. Modulation valve is basically hydraulic actuator that we have seen here, the hydraulic modulator. So from the modulation valve, we will be taking differential pressure to the brake application in the four wheels. So obviously, based on the four wheel brake pressures, the wheel either will lock or it will release. Based on that, the wheel sensor will have a different input or output, and so obviously the continuous monitoring of the system by the ABS ECU will give an effective braking. Coming about the advantages, we are having a better control and direction stability during the braking. Basically, it is an advantage for the driver. It is more safe and effective. Optimum brake performance during the control and brake fluid pressure in each wheel, and it allows turning and nullifies the effect of turbulence. And finally, we will have a look at the video. So this particular video will help you to understand how an ABS works. So thank you for listening to me. I hope you will be having a fruitful discussion in the future classes. Thank you.